What's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in. It's a beautiful Sunday to get back on the hunt, and I'm back here at Penrith for CollectorCon today. Now, I want to keep this video less than 15 minutes long. My last hunting video was close to half an hour. I don't often sit down and watch a 30-minute YouTube video. I don't expect anyone to do the same, especially for me. So we'll keep this one tight. We'll keep the intro to a minimum, but I will say this. I'm feeling a little bit of pressure today. Maybe it's just because I'm all jacked up on Red Bull, or maybe it's because my last few hunting videos, I've picked up a lot of non-action figure items like wrestling VHS tapes and magazines and, you know, retro video games and the Jurassic Park lunchbox, those types of vintage collectibles. All those things are awesome, but action figures are the core of my collection, and I'm hoping to get in there today and pick up some really cool action figures to show you guys. Anyway, that's it for me for now. Let's get in there, see what we can find, and meet back here for the pickups. Alrighty guys, that was Con Penrith. Another really fun morning getting on the hunt for vintage toys and collectibles. I hope you enjoyed having a quick look at some of the highlights of the show. It was really fun. Always good, like I mentioned before, catching up with these vendors and supporting them. Always fun to catch up with other collectors. I bumped into Matt and Andrew from the YouTube channel Keep On Collecting. The first time I've ever bumped into someone in the real world who I've connected with previously through YouTube. I've mentioned them before. If you haven't already, I highly recommend you go check out Keep On Collecting on YouTube. Now, as far as the show goes, when I first walked in, my first impressions were I'm not finding any action figures that I'm looking for. But, you know, once I did a couple of laps, I started to find some really cool things. Like I mentioned in the intro, I was feeling under pressure to deliver in terms of action figures, and I'm actually really happy with what I picked up. So let's waste no further time, let's get straight into the pickups. Alright guys, the first thing that I picked up, the first thing that caught my attention, you know, when I was, you know, doing a lap around the show floor, was this Toxic Crusaders hovercraft. Now, if you're a Toxic Crusaders collector, you'll know that it's missing quite a lot. There's parts around here that it's missing. There's a section over here that it's missing. It really is. I had a quick look online at a picture of a complete one, and it is missing a lot. But with that said, what I have here is in really nice condition. The colors are bright. It doesn't appear to have any sun fading. The stickers are all really nice. And guys, it was $25. So I thought it would make a really nice display piece behind my Toxic Crusaders collection of loose figures. I don't see Toxic Crusaders very often, so I thought I'd jump at the opportunity to pick up something Toxic Crusaders, you know, that I can add to my collection. So guys, really happy with the hovercraft. If you happen to be watching this and you are a Toxic Crusaders collector and you can give me a quick rundown of the parts that all the parts that it is missing, I don't expect to have much success finding them all in a hurry, but it'd be really good to know exactly what it is missing. So just to have a closer look, there we have it. Really nice piece. I mean, it's pure 90s Playmates. You know, it's very reflective of that period of action figures. It looks like it could be something out of the Ninja Turtles line. But guys, I love Toxic Crusaders and I was really happy to pick this up. Now, speaking of early 90s Playmates, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we have another figure that another item that I was really happy to pick up. And I'm talking about 1990 Slash, and he's complete with his belt, and he's complete with all 4 of his accessories. So we've got his mace, his sword, his knife, and his nunchuck. Guys, this is a figure that I've been trying to get complete for quite some time. If you saw one of my previous Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pickups videos, I picked up a loose Slash on his own with no figures. I've got a video coming up that shows some Turtles figures that I got on eBay from the US, and I got a Slash there that I thought was complete, but it turns out he's missing one of his accessories. That's my bad. I mean, you guys will see that hopefully soon. So I've now got my 3rd Slash, but this time he's complete with all of his accessories, and he's in pretty nice condition. We've got a little bit of paint loss, but that's okay. Now I can compare the 3 versions of Slash that I have. I can pick out the cleanest figure, match him with his accessories, move the other ones on to just try and get my money back on those, and it's happy days. So really happy to have a complete 1990 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Slash figure in the collection. Now guys, one of the most enjoyable things for me at toy fairs and you know, collector shows is just digging through dollar bins or digging through all figures $2, 3 for $5 type things. Now often it's all like modern stuff, or it's just random things that I'm not into, but once in a while I come out with something, you know, really cool, and I'm pretty happy with this, guys. I've got what I'm sure is a vintage Bucky O'Hare figure. Now I can't find a date or a production stamp on here, but I'm almost certain that this is Playmates Bucky O'Hare. If it's not, or you know, if you know exactly what it is, if you could let me know in the comments, that'd be awesome. But you know, we've got some type of, if I'm correct, we've got some type of Bucky O'Hare figure. He's filthy. He desperately needs a bath. So I definitely need to get a toothbrush and a bit of dishwashing liquid to this guy. But he's even got one of his accessories, or at least I'm hoping that is one of his accessories. Again, if you're a Bucky collector, or if you happen to know more about this toy line than me, which really isn't difficult, I'd love it if you could just drop me a comment and let me know exactly what I have here. But yeah, looking forward to giving this guy a clean, and for $2, I'm not going to not pick this up. So happy to add this guy to my collection. Alright guys, next we've got another quick little cheap pickup. And it's one of the Land Before Time hand puppets. If you've seen one of, or probably my most recent toy room tour video, which is getting on. If you watch one of my earlier toy hunting videos, you'll know that I've got a housemate staying with me for the time being at the minute, and they're camping out in my collection room. So I'm hoping to have that room back, you know, within the next few weeks to a month, and that's why all my videos recently have been from my car. So anyway, you might have seen my collection of Land Before Time Pizza Hut promotional hand puppets. I've got all of them except this guy. So he's not in the best condition, he's losing a bit of paint, but that's okay. I mean, this completes my collection, and you know, really happy to have this guy on the shelf with the other Land Before Time hand puppets. So yeah, just another fun, cheap, little easy pickup. Alrighty guys, in my opinion, I'm saving the best for last. Now lately, I've been on the hunt for some more obscure toy lines. You know, really wacky stuff from the late 80s and early 90s. I'm talking Food Fighters, Mad Balls, Cowboys of Moo Mesa, and Barnyard Commandos. I don't find them a lot. You know, they're pretty hard to come across here in Australia anyway, like especially on eBay and Facebook marketplaces and the usual sources. But as you would have seen in the little snapshot video of Collecticon, there was a vendor there that was selling 2 or 3 carded Barnyard Commandos figures, and I couldn't help but pick this guy up. So this guy is Sergeant Shoten Sweet. This guy is the boss of the pigs, and obviously in this toy line it's the pigs versus the rams. So the pigs are the platoon of rebel killer swine. I'm not quite sure what name the rams are. The rebel army of militant sheep. And guys, I couldn't help but pick this guy up. I was eyeing off all 3 of the Barnyard Commandos figures. This guy was the cheapest because he's actually coming away from his card. But this suits me perfectly because if you've watched my videos, you'll know that for the most part, I'm a loose action figure collector. My favorite way to collect figures and display figures is loose and complete or near complete. Obviously, that's easier said than done. Sometimes loose figures, you don't often get them complete. Sometimes you have to piece them together over time, which ends up being quite expensive sometimes when you add up the cost of purchasing accessories individually. And also, you rarely get figures in pristine condition when you buy them loose. To me, this is kind of the best of both worlds. I'm buying a carded figure, but the fact that he's coming away from the card means I get quite or in my opinion, at least where I live in my part of the world, a relatively rare figure with all of his accessories in nice condition, and I get to display him loose, and I get to display him with that beautiful card back behind him. So guys, I'm really happy to pick this up. This is the first Barnyard Commando figure that I've got. I'm not holding my breath to complete the line anytime soon, but I'll certainly be keeping an eye out for him. So I'm not too sure. If you guys know Barnyard Commandos, let me know. Was there just, is this wave of 8 figures, 4 pigs, 4 sheep, is this the complete line, or did they do a second wave or more? I'm not too sure, but if you could let me know, that'd be great. So guys, really happy to have Sergeant Shoten Sweet in the collection, and looking forward to getting this guy on display once I get the collection room back and I get my housemate out of there. So really happy to have this guy in the collection. Alright guys, so that's it for another fun trip to Collecticon. Thanks so much for watching. As far as the next videos go, like I mentioned previously, I've got a whole bunch of different pickups that I want to shoot and share with you guys. I'm looking to do a review on the first wave of WWF Hasbro figures, but I need my collection room back to do those properly. So the next time you'll see me will either be back in the collection room with one of those videos, or it'll be back on another hunt, whichever comes first. We'll see how we go. And as always guys, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit that subscribe button. And most of all, I'd love to hear from you in the comments section if you have some advice for me on what's needed to complete the Toxic Crusaders hovercraft, whether indeed I have a $2 vintage Bucky O'Hare figure with its original accessory, and of course with the Barnyard Commandos, was there only the wave one, or are there more figures? play sets, vehicles, and so on to keep an eye out for, I'd love to hear from you, or just to shoot the breeze. Always love chatting with other like-minded collectors or enthusiasts on YouTube, so hope to hear from you in the comments. But mainly, thanks for watching. I really, really appreciate it, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.